Hi everyone, this is Emrys and he's a Geolana falcon, and today I just wanted to make a short instructional video just to show you a safe way to box and unbox your birds for when you're travelling them. I'm going to show you a range of travel boxes that we use and the best way to do it, and Emrys here is going to help us. So before we go through a safe technique for boxing and unboxing your bird, I just wanted to go through a couple of features which are really useful and worth bearing in mind when you find yourself a suitable transport box for your bird. So firstly, the catches on the door want to be very easy to open with one hand, bearing in mind in your other hand you're going to be holding the bird. So they need to be easy to open and close, and they also need to be a safe type of lock that's actually going to hold the door shut. It's also helpful to have a tethering point. I'll show you this in closer detail. You need somewhere where you can safely tie the end of the leash so that if the bird moves around when it's actually being transported, you don't lose the leash inside the box. If you lose the leash inside the box, once you come to take your bird out of the box, you won't be able to safely tether it to your glove before opening the door. If you open the door and sort of just peek in and try to hope you can reach in, the leash may not be where you want it, and potentially your bird can fly out of the box when you're not ready for it to happen. So if you can tether your leash to the outside of the box somewhere, that's going to be much better and much safer for you and the bird. The other important thing low down on the box is there should be a hole in the door to allow for the leash to come through so that you can actually reach your tethering point. I'll show you that up in detail. So this tethering point is nice and close to where the leash hole is, which means that it's only a short distance to where I tether it. It's also useful to have a handle on your box. I know that sounds obvious. There we go. You need to be able to carry your box, especially when they've got a bird in them. They're quite awkward to carry anyway, and you're going to need to be able to move your bird around. So a handle, obviously very helpful. Inside some boxes that I have, the perch can actually be removed, and I'll show you that. Now on the back of the box you'll see here some holes. So these holes here obviously allow for airflow. At the back of the box on this design they're at the top, and on the front of the box they're at the bottom. So on this design that pulls the air through, which helps allow for some good airflow in the box. If we go into closer detail where these holes are for the airflow on the inside, we'll be able to see, hold it up, you'll be able to see that there's this flap here. Tilt the box. You can see where the holes are, and then you can see where this part is, which is covering up those holes, so it's stopping that light in. It's exactly the same at the back of the box. In here there's a single pane which is basically blocking the light off, so the air can still flow through and it can come out, but no light's getting in. We've got a bird here. He's still safely tethered to my glove at the moment. We want to get him into a box here. There's two boxes here, they're sat in the back of my truck. So if I was going to go out and fly him, then obviously I need to travel him in a safe way. And when he's in there, he can sit safely on that perch and he's not going to hurt himself. So we start by taking away this leash, so I've got control of it here, so I can actually let him step into the box. And then as I lift him in, I'm just going to make sure that his tail goes over the perch. Once he's in, we can shut the door, and there's a little hole in the bottom of the door here which basically allows the leash to freely move. Both catches are down, and now he's safely in the box. So at this point I can now undo his leash from my glove. Now a lot of boxes will have a little tethering point like this one, so I tend to like to tether that there. So as we lift him in, we want to make sure his tail goes over the perch. Then I drop my hand down, which means that he'll be encouraged to step upwards to the higher perch. So now he's safely in, we can shut the door. So you can see here with the tethering point, the bird's fixed on by the falconer's knot, but it also means that when I'm ready to take that bird back out of the box, I can pick up his leash first, I can tie him to my glove, and then I can bring him out. So he's going to remain safe through that whole procedure. Again, remember, we're outside, we don't want to be just holding a loose leash. You know, the bird's going to be excited when it comes out of the box. We don't want him to rush out of the box and then to either injure himself or for us to let go of the bird without having taken his equipment on and put his telemetry on for flying.